the Bishops' Committee for Communications, serving the pastoral activities and needs of SECAM. CEPACS has had in the past quite a number of challenges, some of which still persist, but I intend in these 10 minutes just to dwell on the progress that we have made. But I appeal, like has been done many times here, in order to know what progress CEPACS is making, please just read the report sent to you. You will have a better grasp of our successes and failures. And I thank you very much for obliging. As usual, as will be expected, there are challenges, some of which I have also made allusions to here. We've not always had adequate staff to support our mandate, and sometimes we had weak responses from regional communication offices, and a lack of a clear status for CEPACS within the current structures of SECAM, because the mandate of CEPACS was given 52 years ago, and it's just about being renewed at this time through the statutes of CEPACS. However, the following are the highlights about CEPACS in these last 3 years. First is my appointment as a member of the Dicastery for Communications in 2022, which enabled very helpful collaboration with the Vatican and the communication outfit of SECAM. Then, in the same year, 2022, the landmark agreement in February with APO. The APO Group is a leading communications consultancy offering free professional support and press release distribution services for SECAM and all African bishops and dioceses for their pastoral communication needs and initiatives. Since then, this agreement has been of great benefit to many dioceses and has continued to grow with SECAM. Then, the better collaboration with the Catholic Associations of Media Professionals like Cygnus Africa, UCAP, CAN, EWTN, ACI Africa, and others. And for these, I have been very grateful for the work we have been able to do. And also the helpful deployment of the AMESEA Communications Director, Father Andrew Kaufa, to support CEPACS activities because of our shortage of staff. Other highlights I'd like to mention are, of course, the assembly of CEPACS when it turned 50 2 years ago in November 2023 in Lagos, with over 100 delegates, and which had also the prefect of the Dicastery for Communications in attendance. The assembly was quite successful, with the entire standing committee of SECAM in attendance and a number of bishops and archbishops from Africa who came to help CEPACS to have a new vision for the future. The outcome has been published and sent around in 3 different languages, the 3 official languages of SECAM, and I believe that they are being appropriated in the different regional communication offices. Other issues I would like to mention are our participation in Cygnus Africa's Continental Assembly and workshops, notably in Rwanda and Uganda. This is important because they focused on SECAM's pastoral concerns like synodality, migration, and so on. We are very grateful to Cygnus Africa leadership for this, especially Professor Walter Ihejirika, for focusing on the concerns that SECAM has, because this means that all the professionals of communication in Africa are thinking and going in the same direction in the spirit of working together. We are also grateful for the support of Cygnus for its creative media training outreach to African youths in the interest of the church and Christian values, tagged citizen journalism and digital partnership. This has helped our young people in the digital media to participate more in the life of the church, in the expression of the church's needs and teachings. We expect this to grow in the future. It has also been an advantage to us that the Africa Media Committee for Synodality has been disposed to work with CEPACS. It was well organized in the preparations towards the synod, and now it is working with CEPACS to actually make things happen in the area of communication. This you may have seen or noted during this ongoing assembly. Things have improved with the recent engagement of support staff, Mr. Charles Ayetan, for the office of CEPACS, which has been a lingering problem. And so, because of this, the SECAM monthly newsletter is regularly published in the 3 languages, French, Portuguese, and English. The website is up and running, and the social media presence of SECAM has also improved. But perhaps most important for the future is the review of CEPACS statutes to respond to the needs of this age. When those statutes were written, CEPACS was actually only just catering for professionals who work in radio and television. Things have gone way beyond that now, and the statutes needed to be upgraded for CEPACS to be a credible committee or commission, as the case may be, when it represents SECAM on different platforms in different areas of the world. I would like to say, forward into the future, it will be necessary to, and I appeal, that the upgrade of CEPACS from being just a committee to a commission of SECAM be approved, and that staff be engaged to cater for the needs of the 3 language groups of SECAM. It has always been a weakness of the communication work that for many years, English remained the only language in which a lot of the activities of SECAM was reported. If this can be done, then the other 2 language groups will be adequately covered and reported on, and it will improve the relationship among the regional offices. It's important also to implement the recommendations of the Lagos CEPACS Assembly, which came up with very important recommendations and a communique at the end, especially to launch SECAM into the digital area that we are, and to have more liaison with our young people who are in the digital and social media, the social media sphere. It's important to grow the relationship with the APO Media Group and fully exploit its extensive international platform for publicity, for press release distribution, personnel training, and professional volunteers collaboration. Information on this has been circulated to SECAM conferences multiple times, and a lot of activity is going on at the moment. Training is going on for many church professionals and church personnel in communication, different aspects of communication at the moment, an 18-month training, which is going to finish soon, after which participants will be certificated. But also there is a program for volunteer services, professional volunteer services for SECAM, which means individuals who have their own jobs, professionals at different levels, who volunteer to work for the church and offer their skills and platforms for the promotion of the church's needs and intentions and programs and activities. I appeal also that CEPACS be helped to continue to support the associations of Catholic media professionals, the academics, the practitioners, and the digital missionaries, who are mainly just young people. I also hope that we will be able to revive and redefine the collaboration of offices of communication in the regions with CEPACS at the center. This might require engaging people who are a lot more competent and who understand more the structures of SECAM. Going forward, it's important to train and form even church personnel at all levels, and I mean priests, religious, and even bishops, in the church's teaching on the new digital realities, artificial intelligence, and so on. The church will benefit greatly from that. And then finally, to enhance the church's social and digital media presence through alliance with our young people. I have been on this job for 10 years, so as I prepare to hand over to a more competent bishop. I want to thank SECAM for the privilege to serve in this position. I thank the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria for relentlessly supporting the work that we have done financially and morally. I thank God for everything, and thank you all for listening.
Thank you. Thank you, Bishop Badejo. The next will be from Cygnus, Mrs. Helen Osman.